can see us and hear us.
I missed a couple things in my character creation that I should have asked you about before this, but mostly I have no idea what specializations are for my class because they aren't really in the book.
Was that supposed to be someone I could hear? Because I couldn't.
Oh yeah, I think Cheston, I think your little headset dongle. Is
put your microphone down.
Wait, he's video. I can't see it.
To be fair, I have 4 headsets, and you all got really mad at me last time I used all the rest of them. So
really?
This is the one I don't use very often, so I forget. But it's got a nice boom mic, so you can hear me pretty clearly.
Right. Well, that's good.
What are you drinking over there, sir?
Out of a very fancy glass, a very light beer.
Should I refresh? I'm gonna refresh.
Give it a shot.
See, look, it's Nick and the guy in the background in the same pose.
Oh, he turned off his camera.
Come on, Nick.
Oh no, he disappeared.
What I'm here for.
To be fair.
Wait, you turned off your camera too, Cheston, yes?
I know, because this photo's great. I spent
really
spent 3 minutes on it, and I'm very proud.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, that's
smart. It looks even better when it's a little bit smaller. When it's like the smaller version on Roll20, because you can't see as much of the
the background bleeding through.
It's really, really good.
Can I explain to people who this person, who the actual person is?
Oh yeah, so my character, Officer Wolfowitz, or what? He sounds really like a cop when you call him officer.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that.
But I always pick all my RPG characters. I'm really big into politics, so I always pick something that ties back into a real world political figure. And this, if you're not familiar with Paul Wolfowitz, was a major figure in the George W. Bush White House. He's like a very prominent neoconservative / hawk / one of the architects of the Iraq War. So I thought he was very good to be a burgeoning imperial, not quite, still a republic, not quite the empire.
Cool.
Very good. Pushing us towards war.
Nick, are you not able to hear anything right now?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, you can't hear Cheston?
Can anybody else hear me?
Trouble hearing Cheston, and then I refreshed, and it sort of helped, but also
I can hear Cheston perfectly.
Yeah,
fine.
I hear him perfectly fine.
It seems we've hit the limit of Roll20.
Oh no! Please no!
Oh no! Poor WebRTC.
It's been working so well up until now.
Look, my computer's 5 years old now. Okay, it's doing its.
It's really tough to handle all this web audio.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear literally everyone except for
Can I hear you? Yeah.
Jetson is. I refresh. Let me refresh again.
Can you check to see what his volume is set to or something?
Yeah. Yeah. He does have
there's a per player slider, so maybe you just happen to have him turned down.
There's a reconnect button. What?
Even better.
No, but for me, I could reconnect myself.
Good.
I could just be like.
Well, oh no, okay.
Welcome back, A1.
There's a per person. How do you activate?
Yeah, if you
when you mouse over portraits.
When I mouse over his portrait, it doesn't even have that.
Wow. Okay.
Let me just exit the app and come back.
Oh, God.
Ellen is watching.
Great.
We have our viewer. Very important for the session.
That's good. We're off to a.
The thing that I said earlier that I totally missed was that I don't have a specialization for my
jokes.
character because I couldn't find it in
maybe a work cart here or there.
Okay. Right. So I don't think a specialization is. I need to remember how that works, but I think that is something you can choose to have.
I don't have to have one at all.
What?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me take a look here.
What are we trying to do?
Okay. Yes. We're finalizing a character here. That's what we're doing.
Sorry, I'm jumping in hot to this game.
Okay.
Wait, am I supposed to hear Justin again? Because I think I lost
did my best to
him.
spend as much experience as I could.
Oh no.
Okay.
So your specialization, as far as the rules go, that is essentially your class in this game. So your specialization would be Republic Navy officer. That was what we had landed on it, right?
Oh, okay.
But what's his career?
Is that also my base class?
That's basically your class. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought they were like
I
two
can't
separate
stand
things.
this
'Cause it
audio.
looked like
Hold
there were
on, let
some
me try
classes you could
reconnect
pick
No, it's
particular
basically
tree.
it's their version of a class. Like, and so when they say like you can take another specialization, what they mean is you can go grab another class. So you could take like bounty hunter or something else later down the line.
Okay, I thought it was like sharpshooter and some of these other like separate talent trees.
Oh yeah, so some of the like roles in the game will have like 3 choices, and they call each one of those specializations. But in your case, yours is a unique one that was made just for like a Clone Wars campaign, so it just has the one. You don't get to pick between 3 different options. You just have naval officer, and that's it.
Well, I don't get to choose between like deckhand and like till commander.
I can see him on the
like,
if I go to the live stream,
or like
I can
I don't know,
him and
deck
hear him.
swabber.
Okay, so how many people cannot hear Cheston right now?
I cannot
I
hear,
think
and also
we can
I was
factor
having
Paul
trouble.
into that, although he is currently...
And I'm not getting Sean anymore now too.
Oh
I mean,
my
square.
God.
By not being
so
here,
it's
I
all
suppose,
just
right?
breaking.
What is happening?
Not to worry, we're still
Okay,
flying.
want me to
half
just
of them.
disconnect and come
I
back?
just have Dark Cat.
But
Okay.
3 of us can hear
Everybody-
you just fine.
Everybody reset. Everybody
Yeah, fair enough.
refresh.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens.
Yeah.
If I do have to close XSplit, so I'm gonna just
Okay.
we'll hit reconnect and pray. Do.
No.
And now I just don't have Sean.
Now I don't have Sean.
Trevor,
All
say
right.
something.
Test.
Okay.
Test.
Yes. Sean,
Test.
I don't see
Sean-
your video or audio.
Sean, you're the only one I don't have now. I just see
Cheston,
Darth
speak.
Cat.
Oh no, now I don't hear Cheston either.
Well, Cheston hasn't said anything for me yet either.
Oh.
All right, Donkey.
So can we all hear each other though?
Oh.
Am I being heard? You hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear the Senate.
Okay.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't hear Sean or Cheston.
I
Don't
can hear
Sean.
Cheston.
I hear Sean. I don't hear Cheston.
What the fuck?
They're there.
no.
I hear
They're there.
everybody but Cheston right now.
Oh, Cheston just reconnected, I think.
Okay, fully restart your
Oh, Sean's back, but Cheston's gone now.
Cheston
Oh
or
my
Sean. What
God.
did you do?
I went to... I didn't refresh. I went back to Roll20 and launched the game again, and I could only hear the Senate. I could
Okay.
only hear Trevor, but now I hit reconnect, and now I think I can hear everyone.
Okay. Let me try hitting reconnect then.
Can you
'cause
wait?
I don't hear
wait.
Wolfowitz.
Okay, can I propose a potentially different solution in case this?
I'm listening.
Can we just do the audio in Discord, and then like we'll give Meg the video because she needs
Oh!
the video.
I hear him. I hear everybody.
I don't.
You don't.
X-nay.
Oh man, that's a bummer. Okay.
Okay, then
All right.
I like
Okay,
Paul's
so-
suggestion.
So everybody mutes and then goes into the Discord channel. Is that
Yeah.
where we're at?
Okay, that's
so
easy enough.
I can't get Discord audio to XSplit.
Oh.
Like at all?
but Meg
No,
but Meg
I've looked
can't.
into this several
Sacrifices
times.
must be made. Sorry,
Okay,
Alan.
I can also send you the. I can send you audio and video. You could mute the tab, and then you won't hear it, but you can still capture it with XSplit, right?
Wait, maybe if I do web Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest, Meg. Because that'll be the same as Roll20, basically.
Oh my god. I didn't think adding one more person would cause like Roll20 to just completely fall apart.
Our party's
Somewhere
too
there's a
big now.
const
1,
max
2,
players
3,
equals
4,
5.
5, 6. See, 5 was the number,
Yes, I can hear you.
and now it's 6. 6.
Okay.
So are we moving to Discord?
I'm gonna we'll give it a whirl.
Okay.
I got my six-sided die. Let me roll it.
Oh yeah, give it a shot.
Oh shoot! Never mind.
I
let's
want
not.
to receive nothing.
Are we moving to Discord? Is that what's happening?
And I want to send video only. Is there a save button?
This meme is pretty good though.
Just hit the little speaker button on your portrait. It just mutes you.
I have a lot of the Darth Vader or the Darth Maul.
Okay, so everyone, let's see.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear
Paul.
I hear Paul, and I hear
my
Nick.
God.
Sean.
Okay. I'm here now.
And then is Chester.
Okay, we got everyone. Wait,
Greetings.
Meg, say something.
Can you hear me?
Meg is
muted
currently
right now.
muted in Discord.
Oh, that's a problem.
Wow.
Web is usually muted by default because it's weird.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just need Cheston in the Discord.
Yep.
Oh my god, I got it. Okay.
I like you as a friend.
I have a lot of those. I chose carefully on which one I wanted to put in here.
It's a really good stream so far. I'm glad we're streaming it.
What an adventure. Okay, I think we got everybody, right?
Hello, hello.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, man.
What an
Oh,
adventure
man.
we've been on today.
Yeah. Oh, I hear,
Can you
I hear two
yeah.
of you.
Can you mute your Roll20?
Now there are two of them.
I'm going back to Firefox because even less things worked in Chrome for me.
I can't
Wonderful.
believe you've done this.
Like my
Wonderful.
webcam didn't work at all, and all of you were muted.
Nick, look
Dan.
at the Ahsoka shirt I have on. I guess for
That's pretty
people who know Ahsoka.
Hold on.
Oh, look, dogs are being good. Can I close the door now?
Impossible.
Okay, there we go. Now I can see everybody and hear everybody. This is a miracle.
Oh, man. Thank God. That was
Amazing.
that was
Ironically, I can now see and hear everyone. I think.
I know, me too.
Are you shitting me?
It's fine. Okay, listen.
Cool.
It's
It doesn't
okay.
matter.
But you
It's
can
okay.
see on the
We're
stream
gonna-
how I see everyone.
I see.
We're working with what
I
we
see
got.
everyone too, so it's
So
fine.
does the stream have audio, or is this going to be or are they
I
are
see
they dead?
everyone. Yeah,
Water
it has
stars.
audio.
Oh, it does. Oh,
we're
great.
good.
We're good. Okay.
We're all good
Wow.
here. How about you guys? Luke, we're gonna have company.
That was an adventure.
Was that the session you planned?
First
yeah.
challenge
How many
complete.
XP did we get?
Destiny
do.
point used.
Hey, it
We'll
only
do
took
part
us
2
20
next
minutes.
week.
It's already faster than us shopping.
I got a point there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Too soon.
So, to get started, first thing, everybody is going to have their strain reduced by 1 for this session, except for
that chill?
Officer. Except for Officer Wolfowitz, who will have his strain reduced by 2.
Does this mean that I should remove all
weak.
my strain and wounds
Yes.
from last session?
Yes. So we're doing a little bit of a time skip thing here. We're going to bounce ahead a few days, so you guys have had time to heal, get fixed up. I will not make you roll all of your resilience tests. You can just put yourself to full, and then reduce your strain by 1 because you're getting your maximum lowered for this session.
What about wound?
Your wounds are also healed.
Woohoo!
I patched you right up.
The only exception is if you have any lingering critical injuries, but I don't think anyone did, right?
I think I got that healed last time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember the Republic soldiers successfully passing their checks when they saw you guys, so I think we're good there.
Okay. I've made my notes.
Okay, and then next thing we need to do before we get started is create our Destiny pool.
Oh no.
You guys get 1 more Destiny point now because you have a new player.
All right, what do we roll again?
Okay, so first thing we need to
He
do is
doesn't
clear
I
the
think.
last one. Which I think it was Destiny. Nope, that's not it. Destiny. Oh god. Wasn't clear. Was it erase? I never remember which one it is.
Reset.
Reset. There we go. Destiny reset. Thank you. Great. Okay. So now everyone is going to do, I think it's Destiny player. And each of you will do that once. Oh, wait. No,
No,
sorry.
that was not
I
it.
screwed all you up. I screwed all of you up. That's when you want to spend 1.
It's just Destiny
It was-
roll, right?
Destiny roll. Yes, that's it. Everyone does that once.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh my god.
I don't remember covering Destiny points, so I really don't remember.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I did cover it last time.
We're just screwed.
This is a
real bad.
Which one of these are my actual results?
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I think this is our pool here. That looks right. So the way Destiny points work, Justin, is this is basically a pool of points that we share throughout the adventure. The dark side ones are for me to use to make challenges harder for you guys, and the light side points are ones that you guys can use to make certain things easier, or to be like, here's this useful object that I just remembered I have. So there are ways for you to kind of like get a little advantage. Right now the pool is skewed towards me, but I think historically, historically this is actually pretty good for you guys. You actually have 2 points to use. I think last time the pool came up entirely dark side.
Jeez.
But the first time we have had to.
Well, you're welcome.
So whenever I spend a point, it'll flip, so you guys get it, and then whenever you guys spend a point, it flips, and I get it. And then your Jedi can actually end up giving me points as well if they decide to tap into the dark side to use their powers.
Oh, that's how that works.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, I think that is everything set up. Okay. I think we can go ahead and get started. All right, let's read our little introduction here. So this opening is going to be kind of a little series of vignettes, I guess you could say.
Ooh, we're doing skits?
Something like that. So let me go ahead and read my little opening here and get us started. After many days of perpetual chaos, our heroes arrive on Coruscant, where they're finally graced with a moment's respite. Ness Brinto and Des Sion return to the Jedi Council to meet with Jedi Master Brill Frita to report their discoveries on Ukio and commit the lightsaber of Darth Malgus to the Temple archives. Meanwhile, Aaron returns home to check on Meredith, who's had a few unwelcome visitors in his absence. And, aboard the ship, N7 receives a mysterious message from a familiar face. But days of rest in the Republic capital are numbered, as a familiar officer has requested the services of a ship and an escort. He set a time and a place the following night, and the crew will discover where they're next needed in a galaxy at war. Okay. So I think the first place I want to open is... which one of these do we want to do first? Let's start with N7. So N7, you've had a couple days on Coruscant now, capital city. Anything you've wanted to do or check on the ship during this time?
I think I've really been like polishing up the ship since getting it back. It's like a whole you don't know what you've lost till it's gone kind of thing. So just like we got rid of all the meerkat people. I can't remember the name of that race.
Ukians.
Ukians. I was gonna say Mookians, so I was pretty close.
All right. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
And there was a lot of like hair and stuff left in the hold, so getting all that swept out, and like I know I patched up, like I banged out the dents in the side of the hold from going in that cave, but I want to like get that nice again.
Okay.
You know, like touch up the paint, like make it real nice. This is some real TLC for the ship.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, you've had a few days to do that now, so you know you've spent a lot of time scrubbing up the ship, getting it spick and span. So one day, while you're attending to the ship, you have a message waiting for you on your comm. And you
avoid it for a few hours first.
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay, but when I do finally read it,
I will not be kept waiting.
Oh.
I don't know if this is actually me. I'm assuming it is.
It is not. Although they all are aware that they have a message from you.
All right, I'll get back to reading then.
They have a note regarding your message. No, this is a different message. This one is a holo message, and you recognize the face as the same person who you remember saying, "Get that droid." Vigo Lane, pops up, and he kind of leans back in his chair, and he goes, "I hear from my men that you returned my death sticks, and that's interesting. Here I thought you or your master or whoever were after my product, but if you handed it back willingly, then well, I'm thinking that we can be a little more lenient. So for now, I'm willing to take a gentle hand on these matters, but I'm thinking a ship still costs money, and it still technically belongs to me. So I think perhaps we can work out an arrangement. Perhaps a few shipments or two that you could do for me. And we can talk about whether or not you can own the ship one day. But I'll tell you what, don't get back to me on this proposal because my men will find you. And the message turns off.
Cool. I would like to spend some time getting familiar with, like, I don't know how this stuff works in the Star Wars universe, but I want to know, where's the VIN on this ship? How, like,
what's the Kelly Blue Book value?
I'm not trying.
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to mess with anything, but like, if I want to start taking steps towards taking this thing off the grid, I want to know where those steps are. That's where I'm going to spend like half a day, I think, after this message.
Okay, now that checks out. That makes sense. So you do look into it, and what you discover is that this vehicle was actually never registered. This is not a vehicle that was going to be used for any sort of like legal means. So this is technically like an unlicensed thing. People are real lax about that sort of thing in the Star Wars universe. People just kind of fly whatever, you know.
It's got no plates, no plates front, no plates back.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as like a right to ownership goes, like I don't know, like there's nothing on the books that technically says that Vigo Lane owns the ship. So but he seems to think he owns it.
Okay, but he clearly has a way of getting in touch with me, and he has people and money and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, he probably knows. He knows your transponder. Which is how he's accessing you. But you could, theoretically, take steps to make it harder for him to contact you, if you so desired.
I will keep that in mind.
Okay. All right, and so that's where you're at. What I would like to do now is let's do Wolfowitz.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so Wolfowitz, we're going to open with you in a Republic meeting room that you have been brought to. It's just you. Yeah, no one else is here just yet. But you've been shown into this room, and it strikes you as sort of odd because during a time of war, people are always running around. There's a lot of bustle. It's very rare to be in a room completely alone. But you look around, you notice that this room does not have very many cameras. There's not anyone looks like they're recording or noticing what's going on in here. Why can't I find... There we go. Okay. So while you're waiting in there, sort of feeling things out and just waiting for someone to show up, twiddling your fingers, whatever you're doing to kill the time, eventually the door opens and Admiral Horn walks in. And he goes, Wolfowitz.
Admiral Horn.
Wolfowitz, there you are. And he comes in and takes a seat. And he goes, did you get your notice about how much has been cleared for this?
Yes, I received a debrief. I'm aware of the current budget, the mission, and I have just the crew in mind.
Excellent. Okay. And he sort of looks around a little bit, and then the door opens again, and a Moff by the name of Moff Derek walks in, and he sort of stands at attention. You did too. Good. He says, at ease. You all take a seat, and he comes in, and he has a seat as well. And he says, Wolfowitz, I wanted you to hear this from me. It's very important you understand that what you are doing, if you are caught, we will disavow any knowledge that we know who you are.
Sir, of course, absolutely. With the utmost confidence, I will never speak a word of it.
Okay. He says, you have to understand, the Night Sisters don't want anything to do with the Republic. We cannot be seen to have any sort of ties to them, or this mission they cannot know that anyone from the Republic has been to Dathomir. It could lead to disastrous consequences.
Absolutely, sir. I completely understand. These unusual characters of which you speak are certainly curious. I don't quite understand their aversion to the Republic, but I will do my best in order to carry out the mission as you see fit.
Okay. He salutes you. And they both sort of get up and walk out. And Admiral Horn sort of takes a minute and says, Wolfowitz, be careful out there. You're a damn good officer, and I don't want to lose you on Dathomir.
Sir, we will do our best. I'll keep you apprised of the situation. And if there's anything else that changes, please let me know. You can count on me.
They salute you.
Salute.
Again.
I breathe out. I let my gut hang out a little bit.
Great. They walk out, and you have your meeting with the crew to appraise them of the situation tomorrow. So we will advance to that later, because first, let's see. Let's save the Jedi for last, and we'll go to A1.
Yes.
Good. So A1, for the past couple days, you've been back at home for the first time in quite a while. And Meredith has mostly just been sending you out on errands for now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, what am I doing? Just sitting around.
Oh, don't
There's
worry.
money to make.
Don't worry, you're not. She's sending you out on all sorts of things. Spinning signs on the street. I know. Working a flower stall. I don't know.
Hey.
Sending you out on blue milk runs, which was the most recent task. So you come back from. You look confused.
It took me a minute to realize what you meant by blue milk, and then I was like, "Oh, right, that movie."
Okay.
That's seven, right? The one where he that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars. I'm there.
Good. Love it. All right. So you come back from one of your particular runs, and you've received your message at this point that there is a Republic officer that's going to offer you a job, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I left a note for everybody. Not sure if we got that or not. That's okay. Great. Note. Everyone's got that. Okay. Great. Good. Great. All right. So you come back from your blue milk run, and Meredith is like, "A1, great. Come on in. I have something I need to show you."
Okay.
So she brings up, she punches into a little onboard sort of deck, like a little desk that has like a digital readout. She punches in a thing, and a hologram pops up of these two men that came by. And you see two figures that are in suits of some kind, and they're talking to Meredith. They appear to have entered the house. Maybe she let them in, most likely. But they go,
probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably. They go, Miss Meredith, there's been a little bit of a mix-up, you see. We're from Zufra, and we've been developing a new line of droid, a defense droid, if you will. And well, it seems that when you made your order, well, there was a mix-up. Some zeros became nines, and some nines became ones. And he ended up in your employ. And she says, I don't think you saw the sign. No solicitors, please. And they go, that's not why we're here. We're not solicitors. We're trying to, we're an asset recovery, asset protection, if you will. We're trying to find this droid. And she just goes, good day, and leads him out. So she looks to you and she's like, A1, I don't know what these men want, but you've been a good droid to me. And it seems pretty clear that they wanted to take you away. And I wonder if maybe you could do something to make them go away instead.
Sure.
Okay.
When were they here?
That's my specialty.
timestamp on the recording was like it was like an hour or two ago. Like it was pretty much like recent. You know, this happened like while you were just out.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, jeez. I guess I'll go look for them. I'm like processing it. I'm like, he's not very smart, but he's gonna try and do it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So, kind of like, do I have my gear on me? Am I?
Oh yeah, you've got all your gear on
okay,
you. Yeah.
Then yeah, just like, all right, back out the door. Time to look.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Let me take a look at the skill list here.
I think technically survival is like tracking, but I don't know if this counts as tracking.
You know, I think that's a good idea. You know, let's do that. Let's make it a survival roll.
Okay, cool.
And that'll be, let's do a difficulty of 2.
Yeah, this is gonna be awful. Oh my.
Not the most awful. Okay. All right. So you walk out into out of the house, and Meredith has a camera that's also on the front. And we'll say for the sake of this that you're sort of wired up to it in the same way that I don't know, you would be connected to like a home Wi-Fi, you know? All the devices kind of run through you.
Okay.
And so using the camera, you're able to sort of holographically like track where they went to next on their little personal speeders. And you know that they stopped in at a little place called Odie's. And this is kind of like a little hangout on Coruscant that a lot of people sort of use who are sort of kind of like the Admirals Club of like an airport, you know? It's where people can kind of hang out before transport off planet. It's likely where they are right now.
Is it far?
No, it's not far at all.
I mean, I guess I'll go there then.
Okay. All right. Let's pop on over here. They made some choices with the floor plan here, but this is Odie's.
Okay.
And when you stop in, you find your 2 men hanging out at like the very first table right here. And they appear to be sitting and chatting about something. If you want to roll to see what they're talking about, you can, but I don't know what A1's plans are there. What's A1 thinking about doing here?
Yeah, so where are we roughly?
So the place that you've walked into is I mean, you're basically like there's like a series of hangar bays, right? That are sort of like where people come and go from Coruscant. There's not a lot of like huge transport ships here. This is usually where more like medium and small transports kind of go by. And this is sort of like a little place that people can stop in between flights, between planets or systems or whatever, what have you. And so you walk in and you see this, there's like this sort of gaudy sort of tapestry down on the ground here. There's a couple of tables and things. There's a little awning up here, and there's all sorts of people around. Like this place is not heavily populated, but it's probably about maybe 20 to 30 people hanging out inside here. And then your 2 men hanging out.
Like what I'm sort of trying to understand is like, are we in like an airport and this is like a room and or annex within a larger facility, or is this like a separate building?
This is kind of like a separate building nearby it. It's not like directly, it's not like inside the hangar, like you didn't have to walk through like security or anything to get here.
Okay.
This is kind of like before you.
And exits?
Okay, so the main entrance. Let's get a little one of these.
He needs
guys,
a flight attendant run through.
So let's see, as a freehand thing. Yeah, there we go. You got your main entrance here. And then there's another one out this way, we'll say. And as for the upper area, you're not really sure what's up here. I'm going to say this is probably not a place you frequented.
Sure. So I don't know if you're prepared for the direction I'm going with this. In case you didn't, I'm a sharpshooter, right? So in my mind, the best bet is I'm turning around now that I know that they're in here. I'm going to set up shop somewhere far away and just wait.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
a nice clean assassination here.
So this exit here. Oh wait, I gotta do this guy. This exit here is the one that goes directly towards like the route towards all of the ships. This one over here kind of goes into sort of like a more mall area. So like you can pretty safely discern that if they're going to go off planet and like get backup or try to get help or something, they're probably going to leave through there. So yeah, all right. I mean, you can head on down the street, and there are plenty of tall buildings all over Coruscant. No shortage of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm trying to remember how ranges work.
Okay, this is going to be a pretty far range, to say the least. Let me take a look here.
And snipe them and then GTFO.
I mean, that's the plan.
All right. Let's see how well this works.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to have to look up some shit to make this work. Oh. I'm like, do I benefit for being prone at all?
Range bands. Okay, so I mean, you are going to be way out there. I would say this is probably an extreme range. I would guess. I would say.
All right.
Where's here for moral support?
I mean, that's fine. I can make a shot in extreme range, so I'm going to do it.
So that's going to be a 4. That's going to be a 4 difficulty shot. And let's see. What should we do one for each of them? You can take an aim bonus for this as well to reflect the fact that you have been like setting up and preparing.
I'm to be aiming.
Okay. Yeah. You can definitely take that aim bonus.
Do I get my double aim bonus? Because I'm just like...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say so. I mean, you've done nothing but set up shop on this one building for quite a while. I would say you're pretty prepared.
The TV in the background with Nick just continues to look like super fake, and like someone photoshopped the file over it and was like, oh, TV should be here, so let's input some like other footage. And it just looks like the Sims TV in the background.
Okay. So am I taking the shot right now? Is that what's happening?
Yep. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you sort of set up shop and you're looking out over this long sort of like hangar route that heads towards Odie's. And you do eventually see the two of them leave and start heading towards the hangar. And I think I know what happens next.
Yeah. I'm debating whether I try and hit them both or just one of them. Essentially. Okay, so let me do the math here, right? So
okay.
God. This is it's gonna be a hard shot, that's for sure. All right, so I'm gonna use my like aim bonus, and then it's also a sniper shot for me.
Okay.
So that's gonna be, let's see, 3 yellows and a green and the 2 boost
Bar
die.
snuggled up on
And
me
then
though.
1, 2, 3, 4
Hey,
for
puppers.
extreme range, plus another for it being a sniper shot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the dice pool we're looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, and then I'm debating whether or not I use a destiny point here.
Mm-hmm. Your call.
Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I think it's more exciting if I just shoot one of them and then see how the other reacts, and then try and line up another shot. I don't know how far they can move. Like, how close are they to other buildings? Can I wait for them to both be like decently exposed?
So they're both pretty out in the open right now. The only thing nearby that could impede your view is there are a couple of like docked ships that are sort of hanging out in the bay. They could run behind one of those, and that would make it difficult for you to get a shot at that point.
I'll take the risk.
Okay.
I think. Do I just go for it though? Do I have to use the destiny point before or after?
I believe you need to choose to use it before.
Okay, so I should like, what's the command?
I
for
think it's destiny player. I think you can use it to add 1 success to the pool, but that really only does you good if it comes up completely blank.
Okay, sorry everyone, I'm being selfish. 5, 1, 2.
Yet to use a destiny point on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, last time it let you shoot me and
Okay.
Wow.
So you feel like you've got a shot on one of them, and they're both sort of just walking and talking, and they stop for a minute, and it's like, now's the time.
Yeah.
And you pull the shot, and one of them just like bends over to like check something, and it hits right against the wall to Odie's. And they both turn and look at it, and then they look at each other, and they start running. So they're booking it for their ship, which is near the end of the hangar bay. I'd say you've got 2 shots before they make it there.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep shooting. Is anyone else around or doing literally anything? Or
I mean, after that first shot hits the wall, there is screaming and there is running.
Pew, pew. All right, so, line up another shot. This time it's only with 1 boost die because I haven't been aiming as long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's still extreme range, right?
It's still extreme range. Yeah.
The odds of me closing that is like 0. So
it's considering you're on a building quite far away, it's very hard.
Oh,
all right.
boy.
So.
Oh boy.
Why is this so hard?
So that shot strikes somebody's ship along the side. Doesn't appear to have damaged the ship too bad. Pretty well armored. But yeah, that shot does not hit, and they're still running for it. And they're getting pretty close to their ship at the end of the hangar bay here. You got 1 more to go.
Hey, in an act of desperation, I'm going to turn on auto fire for this one.
Oh no.
Shit.
So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky. Not again.
What?
It wasn't 2. It was just 1, so no auto fire.
Okay. I mean, one is enough. So one of those guys running for the ship, you tag him, you get him, you pop him right in the midsection. You're not sure how bad the damage is, but he drops and hits the floor. And the other guy looks back for a second, and then looks towards the ship, and he just keeps running. I'll give you 1 more shot for his little pause there.
Okay. I'm also realizing that I'm probably like burning through my strain right now because I've been assuming I'm double maneuvering all this time. 1 last shot. All right. Copy. Paste. Do I still auto fire for this one?
That's your call.
No.
When?
Back to normal. We're less desperate now.
Wow. Wow.
What are you doing, man?
I thought you were a sharpshooter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so, well, you can recover some of that strain using that advantage. How about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that.
So you do not successfully take out the second guy, and he manages to get inside his Zufar Corp ship. If you want to take a shot at the ship, you can. Well, it's flying away, but
does that do anything? Am I that
stupid? It looks good.
Not really. It looks good. Not really. I mean, ships are usually so well armored. Okay. So his ship turns and it heads out into orbit, and you see it as just like a distant speck on the horizon as it leaves. And with that, you are going to increase your obligation by 5 for me.
Where do I write that down?
Wherever your obligation is.
Yeah, I know. It's here somewhere.
On your spreadsheet?
Yeah, I'll find it. All right. But obligation plus 5. Got it.
All right. Great. And let's see.
Oh,
I mean, there is absolute panic down by Odie's in the hangar bay after multiple shots were fired.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you also give me a sneak check? Just a sneak check, not against the difficulty of anything.
Sure.
I think stealth is the actual skill.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I can count.
Okay.
That I do well on. Well, I mean.
All right. So I mean, you pack up your stuff and you just sort of like go down to the main level and just sort of blend in with some other like bots that are around and kind of pretend to be one of them for a second as you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And no one seems to be any of the wiser that as to who opened fire on Odie's that day, for the time being.
Is the person that I shot just like dead?
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually people are called in to kind of check on him. As far as what you know about the status of him, that you're not sure right now. You would have you'd have to double check on that later. Because like, I mean, people call, someone comes to come check on him. Some Republic soldiers sort of show up and investigate the scene. But as far as whether or not you know if you've finished him off or not, you don't know. But you do know that when he leaves that place, he leaves there not conscious, at least.
Okay.
So, yeah. You got that much.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll go to our Jedi. Okay, so you two are inside the Jedi Council. Sort of waiting around. Is there anything that you guys want to do while you're waiting to meet with Brill Frita?
I mean, I feel awkward being here.
I bet you do.
I think Ness would probably. So he's gonna meet his master. Is Rena still with us, or did she like? Is that what we're waiting for?
Good question. So, you guys, when you arrived, you successfully brought Rena to the Jedi Council, and she was taken in, and some sort of decision was made with her. You don't know exactly what it was yet. So, Brill Frida is going to inform you of the Council's decision as far as Rena goes, or if they've made a decision yet. You're not sure. All you know for now is they've agreed to take her in, at least provisionally. But no, Brill Frida wanted to speak with you about a great many things. Rena was one of them. But anything else?
I mean, I just feel like I'm like loitering. I mean, I could go, I guess, find my old master and be like, "What's up?"
So right now, you're not entirely sure where Plo Koon is, who was your old master.
Yep.
But because he's been all over the place. He's been known as quite the starfighter, so he's been in a number of naval engagements. But okay, so you guys are sort of lingering around in the Jedi Council chamber, and you notice that like all of the seats are empty. There's nobody here. the Jedi are out just like fighting a war all over the place, and it's very strange to just see like no one present. And eventually Jedi Master Brilfrida comes in, and he goes, Ness, it's good to see you in person finally. It's been a while.
Master Frida, it's so good to see you. How are you?
I'm okay now. Ship took quite a few shots over Ukio, but I've survived. I've never felt comfortable in a starfighter myself. I'm not like Plo Koon. I prefer to be on the ground. But it's good to be home. And my injuries allow me to spend some time with Jedi Council for a little while I'm recovering, which it seems someone should be here. Why not me? But
It's quite
anyway.
odd that there's no, the whole council's off of Coruscant. I've never seen, all of the masters, not in the.
Yeah, the war has very much engulfed the Jedi Council, and I only hope that upon its conclusion we all remember we were people for peace and not soldiers for war. But sometimes it feels like things are going the other way occasionally. But that's not what we came here to talk about. I wanted to hear about what you found on Ukio. And so he goes over to, he offers you both a seat in one of the chairs, and he taps in a few things on the dashboard in front of you. Session notes. Yes. What's up? You need help? What's going on? 1 second, please.
Excellent. In this, I take out my lightsaber and destroy my master.
Wow.
Lord, I shall.
Yeah, but you gotta roll for that.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like Des would just be like, I feel awkward being here, and I just am loitering in like the doorways.
In the doorways?
Yeah, I feel like the picture in my head probably like Master Frida and Ness like chumming it up, and then Ness, like takes a seat like eagerly, like he's with his master, so he probably is like this makes sense, he sits down and Ness is just kind of like there.
Good night, love. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Cat troubles.
Oh.
What kind of?
I know those.
Please elaborate.
Our cat Yor really, really loves to lay on Ebi. He really likes it and does not like to let her go to bed.
Pinned down by a cat.
Yes.
Happens to the best of us.
He's been. It's okay. He's been. We moved him to a new bed. He's fine. Anyway.
Quick question. What was
yes,
our base
please.
obligation?
Your base obligation was 10, I believe. And I feel like you took additional obligation though.
I did take additional.
Yeah.
So I know my additional. I just didn't know my base. So you're telling me that it's 10.
Yeah.
So then I'm at 30 because 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5.
Yeah. You definitely have the highest like whenever I roll obligation, your window is by far the largest compared to everyone else.
Well, didn't other people take extra XP? What the hell?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not everybody, but some people did.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, apologies for that. So, Brilfrida taps in a few things on the giant table in the center of the Jedi Council, and he brings up a giant screen. And when you both look at it, you realize it is a biography of Darth Malgus. It was the lightsaber that you found on Ukio. And he pulls it up and he says, after hearing about the lightsaber, we went into the Jedi archives to see what we could find. There's not much on a lot of the Old Republic. The Sith from that era, we don't know too much about them, but there is one thing I wanted to point out to you. And he sort of he goes down the list, and there's a whole bunch of little details here and there, Des, that as it's going down, you recognize little bits and pieces of the story from the vision that you had. So as it's going down, you see a little segment about a friend he had named Malcolm who foresaw his turn to the dark side and tried to kill him. And you remember the person who pulled a grenade in your vision and tried to jump on you and kill you. You recognize a little bit about the person he eventually took it as his wife, Eilina Daru, who was a slave Twi'lek that he saved, and you remember that little vision of him rescuing somebody. But then as it reaches the bottom, they have listed his final resting place, and it's listed as Korriban, which is the Sith homeworld. And so Brilfrida stops there, and he's like, so it's very curious, because we don't have Darth Malgus' lightsaber. No one knows what happened to it. But it wasn't entombed with him in Korriban, as far as we know. So we're all very curious whose tomb you found.
So wait, so we have his lightsaber, but they're saying it's not from his tomb.
Yeah. So whatever you found doesn't appear to be his final resting place. At least not according to the Jedi archives.
That's interesting, Master Frida. We fought a Tetranak?
Tetranak, yeah, it's fine. Tetranak.
We fought a Tetranak down in the caves of Ukio. It was kind of a cave in the mountains of Ukio. And what's also interesting is that planet is very strong with the Force. The water and the lakes there, they seem to be alive and just full of the Force. I felt it, and Ness turns to Des. Des felt it. So I'm not sure what we felt, but this is definitely Darth Malgus' lightsaber, and he kind of he gestures.
I'm glad you brought that, and we should probably entomb that in the Jedi archives. That seems like the sort of thing we don't want out and about. But I'm very glad you mentioned the planet and its Force properties, because there is something else I wanted to show you. After what you two told us about, we did send a team out there to survey it from the the Temple archives. Based on the knowledge that the Tentatrek was there, we sent some droids with them. We've known them to be Force sensitive, the Tentatreks that is, and we didn't want to put any Padawans at risk. And I thought I'd show you what we found. And so he punches a few things into the table again and brings up sort of a digital map of the area that you guys recognize as that cave you saw during the first adventure. And they've mapped it out further. And down that tunnel that was to the south of the map, if you guys remember, that you did not explore, it opens up, and that led to what looks like a huge field in the middle of a bunch of openings in the cave. And oh my god, it's so cute.
Aww.
Oh my god.
I baby.
Oh, what a good boy.
Let's take a minute just to appreciate the dog. There it is.
That's Kirby, right? That's his name?
What a cutie.
Aw, corgi puppy.
What a cutie.
Sorry, he woke up.
What a cutie. Okay, so down that cave, it eventually led to this big open meadow, and there's a huge pool full of the Force-sensitive water that you guys remember finding. And there's all sorts of openings in the cave that lead out here, and there are also Tentatreks everywhere. There's like 7, 8 of them in just this hologram that they've recorded, sort of wandering around and drinking out of the water. And Brilfrida says, now, the Sith have been known to leave these creatures in their tombs to protect them, and we've never seen so many in one place at one time. So the Council is curious if perhaps you found the homeworld of the Tentatreks, but it's hard to say because the Sith spread these things so far and wide that it's difficult to say if they just propagated here because of the nature of the planet, or if this is where they were originally found. For the time being, this is not really a priority of the Council, but when the war is concluded, there is some conversation among the Council about whether or not to leave these creatures alive. What do you think, Ness?
Are these creatures... Are they... I mean, didn't sense necessarily any dark side from them. I mean, they kind of just are kind of living there peacefully.
It's okay.
My dog, I think, peed on.
Oh no! Oh no!
I can hear my wife.
I I just like that Danny's like in earshot of you as you're trying to roleplay a Jedi.
Trying to maintain calmness. Anyways,
Use the force.
A dog peeing on something will definitely break your concentration.
Yep. And so, I'm Master Frida. I'm not sure how I feel about just going there and eliminating all the living beings. It seems against. It's not the.
So Bro Frida nods and he says, "I'm of a similar mind."
Think this guy's still alive? Think he faked his own death? You think this guy might have faked his own death?
We're talking about. Is Death saying that in person?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about Darth Malgus again.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's not as though the Sith are known for being truth tellers. As far as we know, his remains are on Korriban, but no one's been out there to actually check. So I suppose it's possible.
What do we think we'd find? Like, why is it important for us to go find a Sith's remains?
It's not. It is definitely not a priority during a time of war. Absolutely not. It's just a curious piece of history that you've both stumbled across that doesn't really match up with our knowledge of Malgus and how his adventure ended.
Is there anything else I can roll to, like, try and remember more of the vision or dream?
For now, no.
Okay.
But that is something that may come up later.
Okay.
I will keep that in mind. But he turns back to Ness. He says, "Regarding the Tentatreks, I'm of a similar mind. I know the Council. It makes them nervous the way that they sense the Force, but that's just a part of their biology. I don't think it earns a right for them to all be murdered. And when the Council eventually meets to discuss that, whether it be at the end of the war or before, whenever we are all present again, well, I think they would like to hear from you on that." And he goes on to say, regarding the council and when they reconvene, by the way, we're waiting until more people are present to rule on the girl you brought, Rena. For the time being, she is going to be kept with... need to put these in better places. I need to organize these better.
Are we still supposed to be looking at the lounge?
Yeah, you guys are still inside the Jedi Council. But he says, regarding Rena, she's currently being kept with the Council of Reassignment. And she'll be with them until we can make a proper ruling. We sense the Force in her. But she is a little older than we normally would like to begin the training. And he sort of like wavers back and forth. He goes, I worry ever since Anakin Skywalker was trained despite the Council's blessing that, well, it may have set a bad precedent that we can never bring back. But we'll see what the Council thinks regarding Rena.
I hope Rena can still be trained, Master Frida. Master Skywalker is a great Jedi from what I've heard. I haven't met him myself. I've only heard stories on the battlefield. But him, Master Skywalker, and Master Kenobi seem to be helping a lot during this war. So, I'm not quite sure why we wouldn't train Rena.
Frida nods, and he says, "Yep, they are definitely very present out there among the stars. For the time being, I have some more things to tend to in the Temple archives, but I hear the Republic is in need of both of your services again soon."
Oh, I don't know. I left the order.
Frida's like, "Yes, I remember." Welcome back, by the way.
Thanks, Frida. Master.
Plo Koon has been inquiring about you.
How is Plo Koon? I heard he helped find a new apprentice for Anakin.
He did, by the name of Ahsoka Tano, I believe.
Nick. Nick gets be excited.
He's currently off-world, but ever since he heard that Nesprinto ran into you, he's inquired about how you're doing. Is there any message you would like me to deliver to him?
Tell him I'm still out there fighting for the right things in the world.
He nods and says, I'll keep that in mind. I wish you both luck on your next mission. Des, if you don't mind, may I speak to Nesprinto alone for a moment?
As you wish.
So before you guys part ways, Brilfrida says, Ness, there's something I needed to speak with you about.
Of course. What is it, Master Free?
When I was injured in the back tank, I had a vision. One of you. He sort of takes a minute and he says, so far you performed admirably, impressively. But there comes a time when every Jedi is tested by the dark side. And I had this vision of you on a planet with large waves. And there's a woman there that I don't recognize, pointing a saber at you and saying she's going to end you and the rest of the Order. And I don't know when or where this takes place. I just hope that when it happens, you're prepared.
Thank you, Master Frida. I'll meditate on this later. I'll be sure to be prepared and face it with everything.
He bows to you. May the Force be with you.
And with you as always, Master.
Okay. So as you two are leaving the temple, you do run into Rena, who comes running down the hall and goes, Ness, you're alive!
Ness kind of lets out a chuckle and says, yes, I survived our ordeal. I'm glad you've made it to Coruscant safely, just as we...
Yeah, you didn't look very good when we last left. So it's good to see you. Hi, Des.
You're here. I think this is a good place for you.
Yeah, I think so too. The Council of Reconciliation's it's a little weird because it's like a lot of people that sort of like screwed up, but I haven't really had the chance to like screw up yet, you know? So it feels kind of weird. But you know, it's still nicer than where I was before, and I actually have the freedom to like, woo, you know? And she says, anyway, I have to go do things, but I'm really glad to see you guys, and please don't die. And then she leaves.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you, Rena.
And with that, we can finally fast forward to a meeting that has been arranged outside of N7's ship with a particular officer by the name of Wolfowitz, who has a job detail to share with you guys.
Is this days later again?
This is like the night after. So if there's anything you guys want to do between your little vignettes and now, let me know.
Well, my point is like de-strain, basically.
Ah, yes. You would get a lot of de-strain rolls between now and then.
Done.
Yeah.
In case you got to do some shooting.
I mean...
Well, I did some shooting. I'm just trying to mellow out now.
The shooting arm's all tense.
Yeah.
that was the problem.
Also, I'll just throw it out there. I'm an idiot. It was supposed to be upgrades again, so we missed out on another opportunity
for you to hurt
generate
somebody
a bunch
else.
Of threats
You're
on
right.
myself.
I was thinking that like after the event ended, and I was like, oh well, it already occurred. We'll move on.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, that's okay. Next time.
One day I'll understand this dice game.
But anyway, you all are, unless there's anything someone wants to do between now and then, you all are assembled in front of the ship.
You all have comm links on you?
Yeah, I bought stuff.
Good.
Stuff being a comm link and some extra emergency repair patches.
Great.
Justin, I get very upset with them that I'm the only one who is responsible and got a comm link to talk to anyone.
She keeps
Well-
trying to be a chatty Cathy, and I'm like, I'm just here for the money, and she doesn't understand that.
You got mad at us because you were the only one with a long range comm link, and then it turned out that none of us understood what that meant.
So why would you spend the money?
She's basically like carrying around a giant ham radio to communicate around the planet at all times.
Hey, where are you?
Meg's the only one that got international roaming. Okay,
That's right.
Everybody else is like paying through the nose.
Intergalactical roaming, even.
Yeah.
So you're all assembled in front of N7 ship, and an officer by the name of Wolfowitz shows up, and you all recognize him as soon as he arrives as the very first officer of the Republic you met who handed you vials back on Ukio.
Quick question: does this group
Yes.
have a name? Like, do they have
We're
a team
not
name?
No, we're really not that established.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. Just checking. Just like if we had a rapport, I would like to know that. You know.
We did give you these vials or something that you had asked for, and we had succeeded in that. So at least we succeeded once.
Yep.
Or
They have a track record of performing well for you, at least.
Yes. I did read the note. Excellent. So good to see my lovely band of scoundrels again. How are you? How do I find you?
Round?
I take that to mean good. I take that to mean well. Ready for work. Tell me, are you?
Yeah.
officer, of course.
Who are we trying to help?
I have a mission for you. It's a very important. This is a very important mission. I can only tell you just several scant facts about it. But if you are up for it, it will be certainly worth the coin. Are you interested?
What's the mission?
What does it pay?
Oh, we can discuss price in a moment. Please let me outline some of the requirements for this job. So I have a person in need. They are in distress, currently stranded on the planet of Kyoth, a moon of Dathomir. This person is a member of an unusual and eccentric family. They don't really like the Republic. I really can't understand the motivations here, but I am charged with bringing them back. But I cannot be involved. I need someone that has a bit more expertise in working around the bounds of the usual.
To do your dirty work?
I don't know if it's dirty. I don't think there should be anything dirty about it. In fact, this should be quite a clean mission. I imagine after the last mission that you were successful in, this will be no trouble for you at all.
And
you're quite simple, just a simple pickup job.
Are you coming with us?
Oh no, unfortunately they do not care for the Republic, and I cannot let my face be seen. Unfortunately, I do not know how well I am known there, and I do not want to endanger the mission at all. Not to mention that I would not like to get in the way of experienced professionals like yourselves.
Yeah, definitely experienced.
So I'll pause there for a minute, Wolfowitz. So Severa is the one who contacted you. So you could go. You just can't go in Republic clothes. Just to make that clear.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm trying to get them to do some work for me here.
Sorry. Carry on. Carry on.
Does this person want to leave this planet? Because last time we tried to move someone who didn't want to move the Jedi, we're really bad at it.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ball.
Whoa.
I've now leveled up negotiation.
Sorry, I'm making sure I understand how to answer your question.
Yeah.
No, as far as I know, this person is looking for. This is a rescue mission. You're looking to rescue this person. They should not be terribly hostile towards you. And to your point in an earlier question, whether or not I will be coming with you, I should be more specific. I will in a limited capacity. I cannot be here as an official officer of the Republic, but I'm happy to join you to ensure the mission success and that you have all of the information that you need.
All right, that sweetens it a little bit. What are you
How
guys
is this
thinking?
helping? Ness kind of like looks at the officer and looks at the group, and it's a little like. So is this an official Republic mission? What are we doing? This, I haven't received any orders from the council, but I'm happy to help if this.
Oh, perhaps it was my mistake then. I thought you were interested in credits. If you are not interested in credits, then I'm sure that I can find another group that would be equally as capable as your own. I thought of you because of your success in the past mission. Perhaps it was my mistake then. If that is the case, I'll be going.
How many credits?
Well, now we're talking. We're getting down to brass tacks here. Yes, excellent, excellent. So you're interested this mission?
I don't speak for all of us, so and Ness kind of looked at the group. But I have grown fond of some of these folks, and I do need Des with me on a mission.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I certainly understand your timeline, and I can't imagine this will take very long at all. Simple pickup job, no problem. A little bit of an eccentric character, but should be no problem at all.
Do me and
Do they have any fur?
Fur? I do not know if they own any furs. If they hunt, I don't know what they.
Do they have any fur?
On themselves? Do they grow fur? I'm not really aware. To be frank, I mean fur. I think they may have.
You knew this person.
Well, I am charged with rescuing this person.
Well, if they mess up my cargo hold, you're sweeping up after them.
But are you concerned about, is this a shedding issue, allergies, something of that nature? I'm sure that we could accommodate, I'm sure we can put them in a room, isolate them. I could even bring some air purifiers, things of that nature.
I'm going to look at A1. Allergies.
Humans.
But to return to an earlier question, I would put the price of this job at around 2,500 credits.
all
What do you
right.
think?
I mean, as long as we're doing good by someone, I'm here to help those who I often find the Republic doesn't care for. I'm a little worried why this seems under the radar. But then sidebar to the Senate, do me and Ness know that the planet that that his master mentioned is like near the planet that Wolfowitz is asking us to go to?
You mean Korriban?
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge roll for that. If you have rim planets, I think is what the skill is actually called that I'd be looking for.
I don't have outer rim, but
okay.
I have core
Is
worlds.
it core worlds or outer rim?
It is definitely not core worlds.
Okay,
It's
but I
gonna
have
be-
3 intellects, so
That's still pretty good.
Okay, you can roll that, and we'll make it a difficulty of 2.
okay, success.
Success. Okay. So the problem with Korriban is you don't really entirely know where Korriban is exactly. It's sort of a very secretive, like Sith homeworld, and it's not a place the Jedi have ever been able to successfully document super well. So there's a rough, vague idea of which region of the galaxy you might be able to find it, but without actually having coordinates, it's a very difficult planet to actually land on and find. Dathomir is kind of in that region, but as for whether or not it's right next to the planet, that you do not know. And your roll also does successfully let you know that the place you are going is the home of the Night Sisters, which is something you would know, but you don't know too much about the Night Sisters because they are a very secretive sect.
Got it. I'm just going to keep that to myself for now.
Yes.
None of you know it.
You know, but you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Ness, do you want to go
who
on
speaks
this?
for you? Who is interested in this mission?
Yeah, I will come along in the terms of hoping to help someone.
Me as well.
I will say this person could be of great benefit to the Republic. They have some unusual knowledge and skills that would be of a particular benefit.
And N7A1? Is the ship in N7?
That's true. This little one has our right.
Yeah, credits are credits.
And the credits are good, sir.
All right.
So good.
Should we take off? When should we leave?
Are we agreed? Excellent. Excellent. I will defer that question. If you have anything else. And we will leave as soon as possible.
That is, yep, yes.
All right.
Actually, I do need to go get dressed because I need some other outfit.
That is true.
I didn't bring the outfit with me, and I'll have my people bring it.
Didn't think this negotiation would go that well.
Well, I didn't want to show up with a bag.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Put them in the bind. Also, it just doesn't look very official.
It really doesn't. Yeah, that's true.
Justin, you should show them your
great service to the Republic.
Show them your tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do have a giant Imperial tattoo on my arm, so it is pretty pretty legit. That was my first one. Only Star Wars tattoo for now. We'll see.
For now.
Very good.
I have plans, but I wanted to wait for all the movies to come out and kind of let all of those things settle.
Oh.
Rip. So,
Anyway, I'm probably just gonna turn to N7 and follow wherever he's going.
Okay.
Ideally back to the ship.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're are we on the ship? Are we going? What's happening?
It sounds like everything was agreed upon there, yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we know there is a person to be rescued, air quotes, for some amount of money.
I believe the amount was 2,500. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's what I heard, which doesn't sound like a lot, but whatever.
Did you want to negotiate for more before we leave?
I'm not really good at that, so no.
Well, your two organics don't really care.
I said I'm going to get changed, and you're going to come back and negotiate with me now? Say no, it's too cheap.
I'm gonna wait until we
Not
take
starting off
off.
on the right foot, are we? I have very high opinion.
Fine, so what do I know? I mean, the
Listen.
real issue is I don't know what the value of $1 is in this world, so.
We get this ship in the air, then we can negotiate.
There we go.
Oh, wow. That's a power move. Oh, God. Okay, well,
Here, let me
sounds
go
like
take my my kidney meds and
Okay.
I'll be right back.
sounds good.
Are we taking a minute?
We're gonna take 5, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone take your appointed break. All right, I guess I can take us off of this awfully colored thing.
Got meds, snack, and went to the bathroom.
Very good.
How far are we through your plan?
We are probably about, I'd say, 50%.
Okay.
I think once we hit, let's see, what time would it be for you guys? Once we get close to like 11 for you guys, I will probably say let's put a pause on it.
Yeah, or like maybe 10:30.
Or 10:30. I think maybe that's more appropriate. Yeah. Just for all of our sakes, so you guys still have some time to wind down.
Even though we don't have to go into the office, but you know.
Still, yeah. Yeah, Evie's not working from home just yet.
Oh, she's still working?
Yeah, she has to go in so that they can coordinate on like who's going to work who's going to work on what. It's been like nothing but meetings for her for a couple days, and then starting Wednesday, she'll be able to finally work from home. But all of her shows for the year are canceled. So, I mean, obviously, no one's putting on theater shows right now. Fortunately for her, she has a salaried position at the university, so like she's not out of a job. But for a lot of her friends, it's a rough time to be in theater.
Yeah. I was distracted by a Tom Hanks tweet.
Yeah, he tweeting some good messages. He's feeling better out there.
No, he like literally brought this typewriter with him. I've traveled here with a typewriter, one I used to love, and the typewriter's name it's literally Corona.
Amazing. Yeah, I've heard that he has quite the typewriter collection, like extensive. To the point where like he's sort of like the premier person as far as like the history of like typewriters go. Like he's got tons of them. Yeah, he's got a bunch of them.
I put it in general. It's so literally called Corona.
It's a strange thing to be super into, but you know, for some reason, he has got a classic typewriter collection. So,
why is that strange?
I don't know that it's strange. Everyone has their hobbies. It's just, you know, it's a thing.
Nick.
Oh, that seems very Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, yeah. Way into typewriters.
I really want to get back to that Civ game at some point.
Yeah, I want to win that.
Then we should start more up.
What?
Cheston, my new religion's name is Lobster People.
Lobster People? Shares out. Lobster People are in.
Yeah, one with Lobster People.
I see a cat.
The freaking Senate over here has declared war on me. It's terrible.
I have two cats. They're brother and sister. So they look very alike.
That's cute.
I didn't
realize they were brother and sister.
I also have two cats.
There she is. She's chilling. He's yelling at me because, I don't know. I'm not really sure what he wants.
Meow.
He just likes to sit there and meow at me.
This sounds like Akbar just staring at me.
Everyone's got pets, and then it's just me and Sean.
Yeah.
Time to get a pet, guys.
I have a Roomba.
Just a couple of robots.
I have three plants that are still alive.
I could put some googly eyes on my Roomba.
And a tail. And a springy tail.
I have plants, yeah. I started growing a little herb garden today because I got really bored.
What are your
plants? Do you
plants?
want to get into sustenance farming?
No. Really, I'm going to be stuck in this apartment for the next month, so I need something to look after.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh my god, yeah. If there
the
was
something to live for, or the herb garden?
If I don't wake up, then those shallots are gonna die, or not shallots, fucking
Chives.
Yes, thank you. I always mix those up.
I was like onion family. Chives. You
Yeah.
grow those as an herb. All right. So we're on the ship. We're like.
I think we're all here. Yep. I think everyone is assembled. So let's bounce to the day of our departure.
What did Officer Wolfowitz put on?
What is Officer Wolfowitz wearing
What's the
now?
costume change?
What does he think normal people dress in?
It's a very good question. Let's see. This is a casual button-up with jeans.
Good. Good.
Maybe some no fancy boots, but a nice, sensible pair of leather shoes.
Yeah.
Did you get any of the skin stuff?
Excuse me.
Skin stuff.
What?
That's in the game, right?
What?
I'm really unclear.
Hold on, I'm scrolling.
Did he
You can
bring
buy,
any
like,
extra skin?
Skin to change
backup.
your appearance, I thought.
I should specify I am a human. I did not come with extra skin.
Some backups.
Wow.
Yeah.
By definition, by
Wow.
being a meatbag, you came with extra skin.
Yes, I guess so.
Guys, give me
not
a
like
hard time. I'm the Star Wars nerd.
Trandoshan or
skin. Flash, blah blah. Oh no! it's
Our
something else
viewer's
entirely.
back, Alan.
There's
Alan.
like some stealthy shit in here somewhere. I don't care.
Okay. Well.
It's not
Let's
my
go.
job role. I'm just here to shoot things. Okay.
All right.
And make money.
So no, I didn't
Yeah.
bring any extra skin. Unless you mean like a jacket.
If you bring skin, you gotta bring it up for the whole class.
Enough for the droids to dress up and do human impressions.
Wow, I did not realize that was what I'm into here.
Oh God.
Is this your intro? Is this how we're talking now? Are we role playing?
Oh God. Okay. So, Wolfowitz shows up in his very casual outfit.
Sensible.
Sensible. Thank you. Sensible. It's a very sensible outfit. Ready to depart. And Seven, you know the location of the planet.
Cool.
Since he gave
Can
it
we
out.
have our peoples on the map?
Yes. Although you guys will be in kind of different locations, I presume, because
Oh.
N7 needs to. Hi, Cat. Needs to
joining.
pilot the ship. So N7, I'm going to have you give me an astrogation roll. And that is going to be against a difficulty of 2. Officer Wolfowitz could assist in this.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull my character sheet out to another tab so I can actually look at it.
Oh, look
I
at
don't
that
know if you-
kitty.
I don't know if you took any skill in astrogation, but I remember it was one of your class skills. So
It was one of my class skills, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I can.
Do you feel
Sorry,
like
you're gonna have to
Officer
help me
Wolfowitz-
intro a little bit to this. How
that's
can I help?
okay. That is
Do
okay.
you think that Officer Wolfowitz would be the kind of person who would go into the cockpit where the pilot is trying to map a course and be like, "Let me help you with that. I can show you the way."
Oh, absolutely.
So what do I
Yes,
add?
I
if
would be
he's
watching
helping?
your every move, and if you failed, I would push you out of the way.
Wow.
There's a lot of skills in leadership.
Oh.
I also have a very
That's
high
how that
presence,
works.
so.
What does it mean for him to be helping me?
So the way assist rolls work in this game is that he basically just gives you, I believe, his like a boost die, pretty much. So it's not really like a super eventful thing. It's not like you both roll and then like whoever succeeds like takes it. It's more he
Yeah.
just gives you a little bonus. So
So do I just add a
That's-
boost die?
you're gonna add a boost die, yeah,
Okay.
to reflect the fact that he is theoretically helping.
Theoretically.
It went fine. It went medium.
Okay.
Good thing I was here.
0.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And with that, the ship takes off, leaves the orbit or leaves the atmosphere of Coruscant, and you guys jump to light speed as all the stars streak by, and you are on your way to Dathomir, specifically Keoth, a moon of Dathomir. So
Excellent.
Yes, it's it's not exactly a short travel time. You guys are going to be aboard your ship for about 3 or 4 days.
Ooh.
So if there's anything that you want to do in this time, now's the time to do it.
Long trip.
Yeah, there is a rec room.
Isn't
Yeah,
this
one of
light
those.
speed?
This
I'll
is
definitely
light
be
speed.
getting my morning exercise in. I'll be reading my Republic news, the Republic Times or the
The Republic Hollow.
Yeah, of course. I'll be checking out the HoloNet for sure.
I'm probably trying to recall information I know about Dathomir beyond
Okay.
knowing that the Night Sisters live there. So can I do an underworld knowledge roll?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You can do that.
Against...
Let's do that against a difficulty of, we're going to say 3 for this one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Oh my god, Sean's character is so funny.
It's the best, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Glad I uploaded him to this. It didn't feel right otherwise.
It was the best image I've ever drawn of him. So.
Is it the only image you've ever drawn of him?
I think there were 2 at one point.
I have a couple little sketches, but none of them quite feel right except for that one.
Oh, okay.
Make it bigger. So, Justin, have you seen what Sean's supposed to look like?
Oh, right. I
They're
have.
smoking a
I keep
cigar.
forgetting to give you guys permissions on your character tokens. I need to do that. Didn't want to move the ship. I'm trying to move this guy. There we go.
What is that exact? Oh, is
Yeah.
that a soccer ball with a gun?
Yeah. He's a ball droid.
More. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Oh, yeah.
N7 is. That's flying the ship.
Somehow.
It's best not to
That's-
think about it.
That's your pilot.
Looks like a hell of a guy.
Anyway,
Or
let's shrink
thing.
him back.
That's, I don't want to misgender the robot.
Shrink him back down to a normal size here.
Do robots have a gender?
If they choose, I guess.
It's up to them, yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled. It was bad.
Oh yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you don't know shit. You have no
I
idea.
know.
Turns out last time I was there, heard information I was drunk or something.
You're like, Night Sister, I have some of those. We go drinking all the time.
My fraternity sister.
They're not that elusive.
Fraternity sisters.
Okay. All right. So we'll move ahead a little bit here, but you guys spend 3 days on the ship, just sort of mulling about, trying to kill time, playing games in the rec room, maybe a little bit of hollow chess.
Meditating.
We can't send or receive data while we're in Lightspeed, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So there is no transmissions while you're in Lightspeed.
Why you ask, Sean?
Not yet.
Oh, I wanted
Can
to do some research, but I can't.
Can I try and use my lore to see what I know of Dathomir? Just in
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. And you know what? Add your force rating as a boost die for this.
what does that mean? So if I have a force rating of 1, does that
You add 1 boost die, yeah.
Yeah.
what's the difficulty?
Let's make this also a difficulty of 3. Same difficulty as Des trying to feel it out. Okay. All right.
Fancy.
Yeah. So, you're gonna take 1 strain damage from this as you guys approach Dathomir.
Aren't you glad you asked?
And that's just to reflect the fact that you when you're reaching out, you feel the pull of Dathomir and the sense of foreboding that you get there. Yeah. So what you know about the Night Sisters is that they manipulate the Force in a way that is unusual and unnatural. They refer to it as magic, but it's not a way that feels good for anyone who's on the light side of things. It often involves dark rituals and strange manipulations. And you also know that there were previously other groups of Night Sisters, some of which used to occupy the moons, But for the most part, everyone these days falls to Mother Talzin. She's the one that sort of controls the Night Sisters for the most part. And while there have been rumors that the Sith have been in cahoots with the Night Sisters, you haven't been able to confirm it. All you know are sort of whispers that they are affiliated with the Sith in some capacity. But when it comes to any official communications, the Night Sisters pretty much just say that they don't want anyone messing about during this war. They want no part to do with it. And that's pretty much all you know at the time being.
So wow, there's such blasphemy and weird shit going on in our chat right now.
Presumed neutral. Yeah, that's why I ignore chat during this. That's my strategy.
Our one viewer says feels relative and we should trust them. Then some crazy droid is saying that the Force stuff is a bunch of hooey. And a ball.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I mean, do we want to like
wizardry
size up?
and magic, if you ask me.
Wait, well, before we get there, I'm gonna pull Ness aside.
Okay.
Ness, what are you thinking about this Officer Wolfowitz? I'm here to help people. Obviously, the credits are whatever, but I'm a little concerned. I know the Night Sisters.
Me
are
as
here.
well. He did seem, when we were on, he did have that important mission, to get some of that water to try and make, I assume, turn the tide of this war and heal more people with the Bacta, the kind of the lake. So I'm willing to give him a little bit of the benefit. But that said, I'm going to try and is Wolfowitz like around us right now, or like are we all in the like same room?
Same ship.
Same ship, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing some cardio. I'm at the gym.
All right,
Okay.
I'm going to try and use the Force to kind of just get a handle on like what his like kind of state of being is.
Oh.
Perception
okay.
check.
I like that. Go ahead. Give it
to him.
We have to conspire
Not
first.
an antisocial droid, but the
Oh,
rest
my
of the
keys are on that table over there. Use the Force.
Accurate.
Reach in the dark side. Flip a point for me. All right, go for it. Give it a Force roll.
Both of us?
Oh my God! We actually got some light side up in here.
Yeah.
I don't need to roll at all then.
That doesn't happen too often. Okay. So you do reach out with the Force and try to sense Wolfowitz and his motivations. And you do get the sense that when he talks about this person needing help, that he's earnest about it, that it's true. Now, you don't know exactly why that would be the case, but you're fairly certain after reaching out with the Force that he's not lying to you about that part, that whoever is out there is stranded, that they are actually in need of help.
Great. So after I do that, I'll be like, Des, I found the Force. It's telling me that he's true in the sense that he wants to help someone. I'm not sure about all the rest of the stuff. There's definitely aspects of this that don't add up, but we're here to help someone, and I think that's what we.
Let's just stay observant.
Of course.
Like
such a Jedi.
So many Jedi. Okay. All right. All right. So you guys come out of Lightspeed, and you see Dathomir, which is the first and most imposing thing that you see, which is a giant red planet. And for my Jedi, you sense the Force in this area. It is strong. This place is powerful with the Force. Fortunately, you're not going to Dathomir itself, which is where you sort of feel the pull of it the strongest. You're actually going to a moon called Keoth, and there's a strong contrast between Keoth and Dathomir. Keoth is more of like a lush jungle environment. So when you see that planet on the horizon, it's more sort of green. And you do have the coordinates on where this person is supposedly positioned. So I am going to have N7 give me a piloting check to try and find a place to land. We'll do just a difficulty of You know what? Actually, let's make this a perception check first. We'll do a perception check against a difficulty of 2.
For all of us or just him?
Just him.
Oh, uh-oh.
Anyone who's
assist?
piloting. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. I like this. So the jungles of Keoth are very dense, and it's pretty challenging to find a place nearby her spot or the location that you're fairly certain she is that you can land safely. But you do see a clearing that's a little further down that you're pretty sure you could safely land in. So go ahead and give me a piloting check now.
What's the difficulty?
This will be just a difficulty of, we'll say 2. Hey, great. Okay. All right. So you kind of come over to the area, and you start to set down, and it seems like it's going pretty smoothly. And then I'm going to have everybody make an athletics check as the ship suddenly tilts and ends up sideways.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Is there a difficulty?
This is going to be against a difficulty of just 1. Just 1, and I'm going to use a... Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's just have everyone go for it.
Can I ask one quick question because it's the first roll that I'm making?
Yes.
I have in athletics. I only have I have 1 yellow and 1 green.
Okay, so you're
do-
going... It's going to be the yellow and the green, and then you're going to add 1 difficulty die.
Okay.
YGD.
Okay.
Where did... oh, okay. Okay, so... Okay.
I
so
roll into someone and prop them up.
The mob is... Okay, so our officer is the only one who doesn't succeed. Okay, so the ship comes down for a landing, and it feels pretty smooth to you guys. And you're all kind of getting ready to disembark, and suddenly the ship just shunts sideways. And the rest of you sort of restabilize okay, and Wolfowitz just goes tumbling down at the angle and sort of slams into the side.
Seatbelt string landing, everyone!
What kind of nincompoops? Who's landing this thing?
So, Wolfowitz, go ahead and give yourself 2 strain damage.
God.
Okay.
Do we get to do anything with the...
So, let's see. What can we do with this advantage?
Something falls and I catch it. Like I catch somebody's drink.
It's a very Spider-Man kind of moment.
Yes.
You can use the advantage to recover 1 of those strain, we'll say. So you just took 1 strain. It's not too bad. A little bit of a tumble.
I like to think that Wolfowitz was like those people on BART that don't bother to grab a railing and then it stops a little bit
Yep.
too short, but they're
Those
over...
people that grab the railing are weak, Meg. They are weak.
But it's
you're
if
I lived
the
in New
train
York,
has
you
to
can't
stop
touch the railing.
Yeah.
All right. So once the ship is set down, and you guys are able to go outside, you see what happened. The ship has actually landed on top of what looks like the remains of another ship that is now very much crushed underneath one side of the Wayfarer.
Wow.
But it's it appears to be a droid tri-fighter. It's like these 2 little sort of orbs, and they're ships that are actually designed to be piloted unmanned by the Separatist forces. But it's very rare to see just one. Usually they're sort of in formations and everything. It's very clear that this is, well, as far as you know, it was just one. And you have landed the ship directly on top of it. And it only takes up about a quarter of the size of your ship, so you smushed it in there pretty good. But as far as damage to the ship, appears to be fine. There's not really any harm done to the ship. You just did not notice this tiny little thing as you were coming in. But you guys have now... Yes.
Can I use my general purpose scanner and look around with it?
Yeah, absolutely. What kind
I'm a
of things
fucking
does that
ham
general scanner?
radio.
What kind of things does that general scanner find? Is it looking for signals? Is it looking for?
Do you want like the actual description?
Sure. Let me know what that scanner does.
That just requires to open up like 5 PDFs. Hold on.
Okay, give me 1 minute then. I think I've got it in here somewhere.
Like, let me open up.
Problem with the general purpose scanner is it's general purpose, so it's like it could do any of these 5 different things and then some.
Yeah, that's why I need to know exactly which function you're using right now.
Oh, it's like, can a general purpose scanner do all those things, or can it do what you say you got it for? That's what I've never understood.
Are we still on the ship, or are we getting out?
It's you guys can safely get out. The atmosphere here is breathable. It's a very like muggy atmosphere. Lots of trees and vines and all sorts of stuff just all over the place.
So, depending on the make and model, a scanner can detect nearby life signs, heat signatures, different sources of radiation, the source and direction of various sounds, or any combination thereof.
Okay.
I want to look for life signs. I want to see who's around.
So, here's what you find when you look for life signs: is that thing lights up. This planet is teeming with life. And looking at it, you see sort of like, you can't tell using the scanner exactly what life forms there are. You just can see sort of like the general size. And you see some things that are sort of smaller in nature, like little insects and things like that. And then you see some larger stuff, some much larger stuff. That's a little further away.
You said this was a separatist ship, yeah? Droid ship?
The ship that you guys accidentally landed on is a separatist ship that's usually unmanned, yeah.
Can I ask Des to scan for radiation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. What are you looking there? What are you looking for?
Any big robots that might have, sort of nuclear cores, big batteries in them that might be giving off radiation. Anything in the giving off radiation.
Can the droid sense other droids?
Wait, do I have a nuclear core? Is that how Star
I guess
Wars
a
works?
small one, probably, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
listen,
Star Wars is like slicing. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So.
Okay, so that was astute. Wolfowitz, why don't you go ahead and give me a what are your knowledge skills? What do you have?
My knowledge skills?
Yeah.
Warfare.
That's good enough. Give me a knowledge warfare roll.
Okay.
And that'll be against a difficulty of we'll give it a difficulty of 1, and I'll give you a boost die as well.
Okay. Actually, I think I already have another boost die on that one as well.
Oh, really?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm still getting used to all the things.
Oh
that
yeah,
I
no,
chose.
I totally understand. The die
We're
are
not
kind
used
of
to it yet either.
Yeah, it's true.
Conceptually, it sounds very cool, and you try and execute it, and it's like, oh god, there's so much accounting.
Yeah, and I remember bonuses that I got where knowledge. So when I get that skill, does that change?
So
the ranks that I have, because I have like 3 greens, but because I took that skill, does it give me anything?
Did you put any points into the skill?
No.
Okay,
No.
so no, it just makes it cheaper for you to buy points in the skill.
Oh.
But it does not give you anything intrinsically. So it's just going to be your 3 greens against a difficulty of 1 and 1 boost die.
Okay, I made a goof then.
That's okay. I think you're going to be fine. This is not a complex roll, mostly because give me 1 difficulty die too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I do have. Well, hold on a sec. What was it? Commanding presence should remove 1 black die.
You have no setback die. So the black die are setback die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So setback die are like conditional penalties that you get for like I don't know, trying to like shoot a gun on like uneven ground or something.
Okay.
So you would remove a die in that situation, but in this case, the difficulty just reflects the difficulty of figuring out what it is I want you to figure out.
Okay. So add a D on that one?
Yeah, just throw in one.
Throw some D's on that?
Just one, and then we'll
Just
see,
a few D's.
Oh, wow, you got an even better roll on the next one.
All right.
Okay.
Well, there we have it then.
Yeah, so this is kind of a joint effort of you and Des both like sitting down and sort of looking at this thing that is now crushed under the ship. And so you have Des scan it, and it does not come back with any radiation, which is curious because it should if it's an unmanned separatist thing. So you take a look at the remnants of it that you can still see, and you realize by examining like the crushed portion of the piloting component that someone retrofitted this. This used to be an unmanned vessel, but someone actually retrofitted it so that they could pilot it here.
So there was a portion that had been sort of ripped out and replaced with like a something that a life form would pilot, not a droid.
Exactly. Yeah, this thing was retrofitted so that it could actually man somebody.
This is highly curious. Are there any markings on the ship that are unusual? Anything that looks otherwise modified?
Nothing that you can see on the pieces that you can still visibly see. Anything else has been crushed, but other than that, it looks like a fairly normal droid tri-fighter.
Okay. Well, look alive, crew. Looks like we have potential separatists here. Which would explain why I was warned that they do not like like members of the Republic here. I'm glad I dressed down.
So who are we looking for?
Yes, we are looking for.
Good.
That's a great. That's such a good question.
Yes, this is an excellent question. So I pull out my data pad, which I definitely did not buy, but I have anyway because I'm in the military, and of course I have one.
They come standard.
Absolutely. So the person we're here to rescue, her name is Sevra Jodo. As I mentioned, she belongs to an unusual family of sisters. I hear they are sometimes known as the Night Sisters. I am not as familiar with them, but I only know that Sevra is a very dangerous creature. Probably not to us. But I did hear that she entered into a ritual with her brother, and only one left alive, and that was Sevra. If that is true, she may be. We do not want to cross her, but we do. She would be a great ally to the Republic if we can find her, and I can talk with her.
I didn't know we were considering dark magic entering this war.
I do not know much of the Night Sisters, and they claim to have. It's very mysterious, but their talents could be a great asset to the Republic.
I just side-eye Ness at this point. Give him a look. All right, so where are we headed off to? Where can we find her?
So Wolfowitz, you have her coordinates, and based on what you can tell on your data pad, you guys landed pretty far due north of where she is, of your last known coordinates at least.
Wait, was that in my notes?
I don't think I included that. No, I'm just letting you know what your character knows.
Okay, great. Yes. Okay, so I have yes. So the coordinates here on my data pad, as you will so obviously see, should lead us right toward her. So as I mentioned, this family is not friendly to the Republic. So please make no mention of my stature or any of your association with the Republic.
I just look at you and raise one eyebrow and just go, all right.
This is why I contacted such a successful crew. You see, is because I knew that you could handle it. You're a hard scrabble bunch, and I know that we'll pull through this. It should be no problem at all. I just want to keep you aware of all the information that I have.
All right, so let's set off.
Hey, does it seem like I would be able to use any parts of this ship that I landed on top of? Or is it like a tin can crushed?
I mean, it's a tin can crush. You can grab some pieces of scrap off of it, but in terms of like usable parts that would work in your ship, absolutely not. That's
okay.
It's some quality scrap.
I'll grab
though,
some
right?
scrap later.
Oh boy. Okay. So you guys set off into the jungle, marching on through. I think now is usually about the time that I have everyone do a perception check, so we're going to do that. I guess difficulty of 2.
Why aren't we just flying there?
It's a dense
No
jungle.
good landing spots.
You could drop down on it, I suppose, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I kind of was also like, do we just get back in the ship and...
If you guys want to just land right on it.
We
That
like-
landing,
we
I'm not sure
can't-
that I want to attempt that.
We can't really observe that way. What are we rolling for? Perception?
Perception.
Oh, it's
Wow, this
I
cunning.
need to put more
Super
points
cute.
in
Okay, there we go. Things are normal again.
You're like, people are succeeding?
I know. Perception test is usually where I get you guys.
It's my leadership.
Yes. You've brought up everyone's ability to view things around, but okay. All right, so as you guys are sort of marching through the jungle, you hear all sorts of noises out and about in the forest, and just like low guttural growls and things that sort of make a gurgling noise. And you're looking around and you don't often see a lot of signs of life, you just kind of hear it everywhere. But all of you who passed a perception check do spot something sort of tall and lumbering, sort of wandering through the woods. And it's pretty far out. It doesn't appear to be a thing that has like noticed you guys at all. But you do recognize, well, let's see. My people who passed their Dathomir checks, who succeeded there? I know Ness did, right?
Me, right?
Yeah, I think you two did. Okay, so you guys know what this thing is when you spot it. It's called a Nidak, and it's kind of like I can just let's pull it out here. Right there. That's where I want it. Yeah, there we go.
On the ship?
Looks like this. It's not in the ship. No. But this is what you guys see kind of moving around the woods. It's a Nidak. It's a big lumbering creature that's sort of known to exist on Dathomir. Not too much is known about it, although you do know that it does not sense the Force like Tentatrax. It's not quite as scary as those, not quite as big as those. But they're still not something that you want finding you for the most part. They're known to be fairly agile creatures, sort of hunt their prey by just sort of relentlessly chasing them down and smacking them around. But for the time being, none of them seem to notice you guys, and you're able to just kind of mosey on through. And you eventually find a tiny little domicile that is in a state of complete disrepair. You guys spot this thing, and the roof is like crumbled off of one side. There is sort of a pot brewing outside. It's just got something bubbling in it. The windows on this place are broken. Doesn't look like a great place to live.
It sounds like in the dark world of A Link to the Past with the witch outside.
Oh yeah, I guess it kind of does. Okay.
I can go there
let's
with
see.
an empty vial and get a potion.
You have a very specific memory of this.
It's a really good game. I've probably played Link to the Past like 4 or 5 times. I know exactly
I've played it
what
like 10
he's
times.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's really
There,
good.
okay.
Anyway, that's what you guys see when you finally come across these woods.
All right, so we should do. I'm gonna do a Feely check and a science check. So
Wow.
I want to
okay.
feel
So
both
wait, Are we
perception.
close? Is this where we're headed, or is this?
This is the coordinates.
Yeah.
This is where she was last known to be.
I want
Sorry,
to.
wait. What was the first thing that you were doing, Meg?
I want to.
A feeling check.
I want to do a Feely
What the
check.
heck
So I want to check with the force. I want to do a force perception check, but then also use my scanner on the building.
I see. I'm still getting accustomed to this vocabulary.
Yes. Feely check, I think, is a new one. I don't think we've had that
Yeah.
one before.
What's I got to roll?
If it's just the force, you just roll your force die, and if it comes up dark side, you let me know if you're gonna do it anyway.
What is the force die again?
It's just roll, and then you however many
F.
whatever your force rating is.
It's
just,
F.
Yeah.
1F.
Wow. You
Yeah.
guys are, jeez, this is crazy.
I'm gonna use it.
Yes, this COVID.
I know. The world is upside down. All right. Yeah. That kettle boiling outside, that is definitely giving off some force power. And there is also something that is giving off a fairly strong force power coming from actually inside. And you definitely know it to be a living being, not unlike you. And like when you're around things that are affiliated with the light side, you sort of feel a sense of like call it hope, I suppose. There's like a warmth, and when you're around things that are of the dark side, there's sort of a sense of like foreboding. This just sort of feels unnatural. It doesn't really fit into the like light or dark category that you're used to feeling as a Jedi when you sort of reach out with the Force and sense things.
Ness.
It's like a feeling of almost disgust, is how I would describe it. That's what you kind of feel with this, with whatever this is.
They cheated their way to the force.
Something like that.
Ness, do you sense this? Or I'm like, guys, hold up. There's someone in there. They're a force being, but it feels unnatural.
Damn, judgy.
How you say inelegant?
So I don't understand what force is. I think I'm just gonna keep walking, but like stealthily up to the building.
Okay. Give me.
I don't feel anything.
I'm gonna
Feels like
want
nothing at all.
What is the force? I don't understand.
I really want him to like. I don't think he's quite there yet, but I really want him to mock the Jedi and be like, "It feels foreboding. I feel a dark presence."
You know what? That will get you guys.
credits.
All right, and I kind of chime in as all this feelies are happening. Well, crew, seems like we found our person. Let's go knock on the door. Give them a chat,
So A1, you kept walking, right?
but keep your wits about you.
Yeah.
I
but,
heard-
stealthily.
Can we have our people
But
on the
stealthily.
map?
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
I like
We should
having
do
our
that.
peoples.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Let's get everyone out here.
So
there a way to
Cheston,
do that?
I have to put them out, but then I can give you guys control of them
yeah.
afterwards.
So
If you copy and paste them from another page, by the way, it retains their like
Oh,
permissions. Yeah.
I like that. I need to do that next time. Who am I forgetting here? Oh,
Justin.
I know. Wolfowitz got just the token
Where's
for
my
you.
man at? Yeah, wait, am I a Death Star gunner? Pretty weak. Kind of looks
That's
like him now.
Spaceball shit right there, huh?
I need to. Baseball.
We got it. We can do better.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can hunt around for a better thing for you. That's what I got for now.
So Cheston, what you
and-
may not realize is when the droids act up, I constantly bring up my restraining bolts that I have on my person.
She doesn't in character. She does out of character. Just to clarify that statement.
All right. So wait, you're just walking up, A1? You're just gonna go knock on the door? What's your
Just
plan?
casually walking up. No,
Stealthily.
let me understand because no one's asking me, and I'm not
Let
going
me
to tell
clear.
you how it's you know. I need to bring in the target alive, which means I can't just shoot them from a long range. I need to get in close engagement range, so that's the
Okay.
plan. I'm getting as close as possible to the target so I can attack and knock them out. That's what I'm doing.
Wait,
You guys should all have.
Can
you
we
guys
move
should
our
all have
characters?
access.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
should all have access to your characters now.
How?
Because I'm assuming we started like
Oh,
out here, right?
did I not give you? Oh, I haven't given you permission yet. That's why.
All right.
Yeah,
maybe
so I
we
can't
like
do
talk
anything.
and make a
now you should be
plan
able to move them.
before we just like bum rush in and start shooting things.
I did not say bum rush. I said I am stealthily approaching the building.
So
All right, Wolfowitz, you should be good.
So for what it's worth,
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say to the group, in our last encounter in resting and meditation, I have now leveled up some skills that you might be interested to know that I have.
This is in character right now?
Yes.
It's a weird flex, but okay.
You've leveled up?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Were you playing games?
No, I worked on my ability to create force illusions to fool people around you or me. And I can now alter the perceived appearance of a chosen person or object instead of hiding it.
Show me a force illusion.
I don't want to.
They're not real.
Hey.
on that Plo Koon workout plan.
Oh, actually, I have a mechanics question. Can droids see force illusions?
They
over
cannot.
here and kick your ball.
So if she uses a force illusion on me, what happens?
I mean, you just see her kind of wave her hand in the air.
Because the force illusion is like it's targeted to one specific person, right?
Yeah. So that's
even better. Oh, that's so.
The force works on droids as far as like kinetic forces, so things like pushing, and pulling, and lifting, that all works. But things like manipulating the mind and stuff like that doesn't really work on droids all that well.
Oh, okay. So literally a force illusion is her using the force on someone else's mind to be like, yeah, that's a dog.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why on droids that sort of thing doesn't fly.
Oh, of course.
So real quick, okay, this is Meg asking,
Sure.
what constitutes an encounter? Our entire session, or like if we're gonna go in here, is that the start of the encounter?
An encounter would be like pretty much the duration of a fight, something like that, or a scene, right? So if there's a battle,
there's a scene and there's an encounter. Those aren't the same things.
They are not the same thing. Yeah, I know. God.
Well, because I'm just this ability I picked up last time. The character may spend 1 destiny point to make himself undetectable via force powers and make his own powers go unnoticed for the remainder of the encounter.
So
I wasn't sure if that's something I gotta like roll before we go in.
It's once a fight.
It's once a fight is accurate. So it would be like if you were to use it here, you would not get to use it if another battle were to break out later. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't it mean that like if she used it here and then we like left and went back to the ship on the way back to the ship?
Once per encounter, meaning yes, if you would have to reuse it in the next battle.
Yeah.
Is what I mean. The next encounter.
But I'd have to spend a destiny point to do it.
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
only have 1 right now, so
yeah.
Don't be greedy.
Okay.
So yeah, I apologize. When I said you couldn't, what I was trying to say was like if you were to cast it here, it would last for as long as you're here. But
right.
We move on to something
that's
else,
what I got what you meant, and that's what I wanted to clarify.
Okay. Great. Okay.
So what's Wolfowitz? Is this someone we need to like bust out, or
Okay. So let's approach casually. This person is Svara. Sorry, let me get the right name. Sevra should be willing and cooperative. But let's keep our wits about us.
So can we go knock on the door?
Yes, I prefer if somebody else did, as I do not want to be recognized as a public officer.
All right. Do some of you guys kind of want to hang back here in the bushes, or do you want to come up as well?
I'm already hiding behind a bush.
I'm approaching the building stealthily. I'm not changing. I've been doing that. You're just being a chatty Cathy right now.
Okay. So while you guys negotiate, we'll just A1 is approaching. A1, why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth roll for this?
Thank you.
Just for fun.
Fine, I'll go and knock on the door.
No, like me and Ness can go up. I'm just like, do we want like a secondary unit if
Should
things
I have
go
a
bad?
difficulty or no?
You can hang back with the ball. It's okay.
You're going to not have a difficulty because your successes are going to determine the difficulty. Okay. Just for fun.
Oh, wow.
Super good.
I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
Don't worry about it.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so Nash, let's go and get this person out, and then Wolfowitz and N7, you guys are gonna hang back. Or you coming too?
I'll come. I've got a. I feel like I love to talk. I'm a leader, but I don't want to knock on the door.
Got it.
So at this
But
point,
probably one of those force sensitive people.
just for fun, at this point, I want everyone to roll a cool check against a difficulty of 1.
I didn't take any cool points.
You may also use discipline for this.
Use what?
You may also use discipline. Cool or discipline?
Doesn't
Do I have to roll
matter.
since I'm really far away?
No, N7, you're fine. You're good.
Cool or discipline? I feel like this is a cool.
That's probably
What's the
more of a cool.
difficulty
But I'm gonna
again?
say I'm allowing discipline for
I'm
now.
gonna go with cool because it's in character. What was the difficulty?
Just it's 2. Difficulty of 2.
Can I use a boost die for being sneaky?
No, you cannot.
Oh wait,
All
2.
that advantage for nothing. All right.
Do I need difficulty on that?
Just a 2.
Oh, it's 2 difficult. Sorry. Let me.
Just roll the
okay.
difficulty, because you did really well.
Yeah, just roll the difficulty.
Just do the GG.
Yeah, so to be more clear, Paul, you would have gotten a boost die if she hadn't gotten a crit to spot you.
Okay.
Just so you know. But it's fine. It looks like most of you succeeded. Yeah, I think everyone did. Except for Death.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. So as you guys approach the door and get ready to knock, she throws the door wide, and you guys see a woman in red robes, with hair that's sort of like half dangling down one side. And she holds up her hand and sort of flicks it around, and a green puff of smoke just sort of pops in her hand, and a dagger appears, and she throws it in the ground in front of A1. Lands like right there.
Okay.
Wow.
And she goes, I don't know what your droid is doing, but tell it to stop. It's freaking me out.
A1, just cool. Just be cool. That's your thing. Be cool.
I'm just gonna pick up the knife and look at it.
While you're looking at the knife, she snaps her fingers, and it just like disappears in front of you, and like just a puff of green.
Please forgive the droid. He meant no harm. He's a bit unusual.
I see. Are you Wolfowitz?
Yes.
Great. Come on
Sevra?
in. Yes, that's. Are there any other Night Sisters here? Anyone?
Excellent.
No?
So
Okay,
good to
come on
see
in.
you. Let us talk.
Okay. And N7, are you hanging out in the woods?
If everyone starts going inside, I'll join them.
Okay.
I just didn't want to be there for any knife throwing.
Right?
You're metal. What does it matter?
That doesn't matter. I don't want to get stabbed. Meat
Okay.
bags.
So as you guys all sort of, assuming you all pile in,
Yeah,
let me
why
know
not?
if you have other plans. But as you all sort of pile in, she starts messing with stuff over. Oh, did I not give her 1 second? Ah, great.
A body.
I was gonna say I was
corporeal
pretty.
form.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure I was better prepared. Nope, there's not 2.
Oh.
Let's get rid of that one. She
Totally
goes over.
not 2.
Yeah, she goes over here and she starts doing something in a bowl. You see sort of like a green mist that's sort of flowing out of it. And she goes, "What kept you?"
I'm sorry for our delay, Madam Sevra. It took us many days to travel here and to assemble a fine crew to come and escort you.
She takes a breath and like breathes a sigh of relief. She goes, "I'm sorry. It's been a long couple days. It took forever to retrofit that ship. So glad I finally did it. It was such a nightmare getting off that planet."
Well, Sevra, I have great news. You do not need to worry about your ship at all. And fully stocked, supplied, everything. You'll have a nice, comfortable bed. So no need to worry about your ship or any concerns about that at all. We can come back for it, I'm sure.
She she breathes a sigh of relief and she's like, "Oh, thank God." Okay, so everything we talked about, I still want to do. I want to join the Republic. I want to teach your spies my ways. But there is something I've come across out here that I think could help us even more. If you're willing to make the detour. It looks like you brought more than enough people to make it possible.
Please, what is the concern? Is this something that would hold you up from joining us? Is it?
No. It's nothing.
What
like
is the
that.
trouble?
Well, so the trouble is, there used to be another sect of my sisters that lived out here, and I don't know exactly what happened to them. But they're older than us, even more ancient. And they mastered the art of she tries to like think of a way to say it, and it's like, imagine that there was some giant creature in front of you, something massive, and even though it was there, you couldn't bring yourself to look at it.
Like a Wookiee?
Sure, but imagine a Wookiee 10 times bigger. They mastered the art of hiding.
Hideous.
That's not her laughing, that's me. To be clear. He says they mastered the art of hiding things that were huge sizes.
So
they were
we saw
What's
some
that?
of those things, maybe.
Put that in your fridge and smoke it.
But I think, based on what I've found out here and all the readings that I've found, I think I could use it to hide a ship. And I don't mean just, like, how big is the ship you guys brought?
I look at N7.
I try to hold my hands out.
It is. It's a silhouette of 5, whatever that means. I assume that describes the silhouette.
How would I compare it to the size of this house that we're in? How many times larger?
Oh man, it's a lot bigger than this house. I mean, this is basically like a shack. So, it'd be like 10, 15 of these. I mean, it's a medium transport. That's what its classification is. But she sort of looks at you like extending your hands, and we'll say somebody says what it is. Silhouette of 5, sure. But she thinks
Sorry,
about
why
it
do
and
we
she's
need
like,
to hide our ship? What's going on here? I need a little bit more information.
It's not about hiding just your ship, although that may be helpful because I don't think my sisters are going to love me defecting. But it's not about that. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about the war. Imagine if an entire fleet of Venator-class ships that could just appear in a planet and no one would know. That's what I'm talking about.
This is preposterous. What makes you so concerned?
So...
She takes a minute and she's like, I've had a vision. I had a vision of the end of the Night Sisters, and it wasn't at the Republic's hands. I saw the Sith. They killed all of my sisters, and I think maybe by helping you, maybe I can end the war before that fate happens.
Come to the.
I see. Well,
Did it
that
look
is very
like it was
concerning.
done by a guy that looked like this?
I wave Des away. Put your trinkets away. No need to frighten her. Sever, your concern for your sisters is very it's very heartwarming. It's very touching. If do you think you said that they are not very big fans of the Republic? What would you have us do with them if they're old and frail to leave them here?
My sisters can take care of themselves just fine. It's just that they don't see what I see. They don't see the big picture. And even if I'm never accepted back into the Night Sisters again, I can rest easy knowing that they'll still be alive and here.
So where are they?
She points out the window to like Dathomir, just giant red planet in the sky. She's like, they aren't here anymore. They used to be here a long time ago, but this planet now appears to just be devoid. I haven't seen any. Well, I've seen plenty of living creatures, but I haven't seen any like me.
I see. Well, this traveling to another planet, I would say our ship, doesn't. We would like to get back as quickly as possible. I don't know.
She waves her hands. I apologize. I've confused you. My sisters are on Dathomir, but what I want is not. What I want is here.
Please explain your plan to us.
Yes, there we go. Okay. So she flips open a book that she has on the table, and it's like there's a picture in it of just like a bowl. Just a bowl. It's like a bronze bowl.
If you want a bowl, we can get you a bowl. We have plenty of bowls in the Republic. We can go to any number of... I promise you, we'll find you whatever bowl you...
She waves her hands. She's like, no. This is a... It's not just any bowl, okay? It's a special bowl. Okay, I can't read it. It's a very old language. It's taken me forever just to translate this much. But they say it's in what my sisters used to call the Cistern of Solitude. It's not far from here, and I've scouted it out, but look, there's things inside there that I don't think a single person can handle, even someone with the skills that I have.
Would
but
lore
with everyone you have here,
would lore underworlds be able to potentially read what's on the page?
Oh my god. I will let you roll it, but it is going to be against a difficulty of 5.
With lore or underworld?
Either one. I will let you do either one. I think lore might be more appropriate.
But I have a yellow for underworld.
That's great. Go ahead and do that against a difficulty of 5.
Okay. Intellect, so... Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how bad this feels.
Are you fucking kidding me? Against a difficulty of 5? Okay.
Well.
Wrecked.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just want to do a lean over and look at the page and just be like, what is this bowl that she's going on about? And obviously it's a special relic. I don't know what kind it is. And Wolfowitz has no clue that it's important. So I just want to take a glance.
Yeah, I got you. I got a way to do this and incorporate those despair.
You realize that the book that she's holding out is a J. Peterman catalog, and it has a story that goes along the origins of this bowl, who made it, what the material is, and the current value.
So you walk up. You walk up to the book that they're looking at, because you kind of just want to know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
And you feel compelled to reach out and touch it. And as soon as you do, you are sent flying back to the past. Way to the past. And you see a group of Night Sisters inside. There's a pool of water on the ground, and there's all these pillars around them. And in the center is this bowl. And you saw a Nidax on the way here, so you know that what they're testing this thing on is a Nidac. But this thing is bigger than the things that you saw way out in the forest. This thing is taking up the entire space of this massive this well-like area that they're inside of. And they take this big bowl and they throw some sort of materials into it that look like they may have been organic at one point. Things that look like they may have been livers or hearts or something. And the puff of green smoke appears, and that giant Nidac just sort of vanishes from sight. And then there's commotion. You don't know where it's coming from, but all of a sudden the pillars just start getting clawed and destroyed and start falling over around you as this invisible Nidac just thrashes the space. And in your vision, one of those pillars starts to land towards you, and you take 4 strain damage as you are shunted out of the vision.
Oh boy. Do people like witness me like obviously have a moment?
Oh yeah, you go tumbling backwards after you touch that book.
Damn. Oh boy.
Tez, are you all right? Well, what happened?
Severa points, and she's like, "I know that. What did you see?"
I saw Night Sisters in what looked like some sort of ritual with pillars and the bowl, and it looked like a spell was being cast, and it completely I actually forgot this part. It did make the thing disappear, right?
So she's very excited. She's like, "So it worked! It worked! Okay. I've changed my mind completely. We need to find this."
Wait, she changed her mind. I thought she was set on it.
Uh-oh. It was like she could be talked out of it before.
God damn it.
I didn't give her that sense. But
I was going to try to talk her out of it.
You did try. You were offering up other bowls.
Oh my god. Yeah, that wasn't the hard press.
Buy another bowl. She goes, "Okay, I've changed my mind. If the Jedi just saw it working, then we need this. The things that I could do with it are otherworldly."
Would this aid the war effort?
Yes. Are you kidding? You could hide an entire fleet of your ships from sensors, from sight. You could have an invisible force.
Do you truly believe? Do you promise that this is the case?
I didn't truly believe until that Jedi just saw it. Now I do.
What about droids?
She looks at you and she's like, She looks at your gun and she's like, "May I touch that?"
No.
She shrugs and she's like, "Okay, then, yeah, I could do some things, but with the pole, I could hide you very easily."
Des, how do you feel?
I'm just a little shook right now. I'm wondering, even though I'm no longer of the Jedi Order, I'm worried that this is not the way of the Force and it's something else. Ness, what are you sensing from this?
I feel too. Seems unnatural as you described it. I
God damn it.
Severa's just kind of like rolling her eyes, but she doesn't really say anything. She's just kind of like typical Jedi.
It's very
Severa,
unnatural.
If you believe in this power, I believe in you. We should go try to find this bowl. We must,
oh my god!
If it is to lead to benefit to the war effort, we shall do it.
She goes, "Great, okay. I know the way. I can show you guys there, and we can scout out the problem."
Excellent. But we must come pick you up. We will go get our ship.
Oh, okay.
Wait here, put on some tea, and we will come get you. Not to worry.
I hate to do this, but I think I gotta
go.
Oh
no, I was actually just about to say I think this is a good place to pause for now,
okay.
and then if we want to pick this up next week, then we can explore the Cistern of Solitude.
Excellent. So we come when we pick up Severa, no issue. Her ship.
This is going to be another situation where the person you rescue just gets knocked out, isn't it?
This is door-to-door service. Okay.
No, it's gonna totally be fine. Everything's fine.
And hey, if you knock her out, then she doesn't have to see that you accidentally destroyed her ship, too.
Well, if we pick her up from her house, it's enough to know.
Exactly.
What's the pile of scrap in the corner? Oh, it's nothing.
It was like that when we got here.
Exactly. She won't know that we landed there. She will have no idea. It could have been vandals. I don't know.
I'll chop and screw it so good that you won't even know it used to be a ship.
We don't have time for that. We have to get back. We have to find this bowl, and then we need to get back to the Republic. We have plenty of work to do.
Okay. All right. I think that's a good place to pause. Good job, everybody.
All right. Signing off on the live stream. Yes. Specifically the live stream.
Bye, Alan.
Goodbye, Alan.
Bye, y'all. Bye, Alan.
Bye.
Oops.